I think any kind of conflict, when we are trying to communicate any uncomfortable feeling, so any negative emotion uh, will start out at a very basic level, right? So I'm feeling hurt, or I'm feeling bad, or I'm feeling unimportant, right? I'm feeling that I'm not being given my private or personal space. If I don't address it right there, if I don't address that need right there, it will escalate to anger, irritation, frustration, and then conflict happens, right? So identifying what is the first negative emotion or uneasiness I'm feeling. So I need my personal space, I didn't get it. I couldn't communicate this to my partner, that led to irritation, anger, and then a fallout. So to be able to communicate my need, right? Any frustration, anger comes from a basic need, and if we kind of try to remove the layers and kind of find out where is that uneasiness coming from. So if I want to fight with my partner, what is that need that is not being met? So it could be need for privacy, it could be need for equal support. If I'm doing more dishes, I'm not able to communicate this to my partner, and I'm just showing non-verbal cues, and I'm just showing that I'm irritated because you didn't help enough. A need is not being fulfilled, right? A need for support did not get fulfilled. So trying to communicate the need when you start feeling that negative emotion, and not waiting for it to accentuate, not waiting for my partner to read my mind, because that happens a lot in couples, right? We wait for the partner to read your mind, and we keep giving non-verbal cues, maybe aversing our eyes, or very negative stare, and all these little non-verbal cues that we develop in a relationship. We want our partner to read our mind, and that does not happen. Sometimes you have to be absolutely vocal about what you need, and in those many words, just say it out to your partner that, see, I need more support, let's sit and divide the work, or I need this from you. So that kind of open communication and communicating our need becomes absolutely important, COVID or non-COVID, in any kind of relationship, right? So if we are able to identify that need and communicate it right then with the right language, a lot of conflicts will not even escalate to that severe level.
Thank you so much. That was really well put and very important, I think, in today's
Yeah.
time. Because, yeah, I mean, there are lots of couples that are separated, but there are lots of couples that are stuck together. Um, and, one always thinks that the other has it better. So I think definitely, yeah, one should probably, I mean, I think apart from what you said, that's really important. It's also important to understand that each situation that like different people are in, whether you're single or you're in a relationship, whether you're alone while being in a relationship or you're with your partner, I think each of them have come with their own set of complications and stress
Right,
points.
right.
Yeah, so it's important to be sensitive, even when you're discussing it with friends and
Yeah,
family and things like that.
yeah.
So
And
definitely,
one thing I'd like to add here
yes.
is that, we all have developed a certain pattern of communication through our lives, right? From our past experiences, past relationships, we have a certain way of coping with the conflict or dealing with the conflict. And we pass it on to our new relationships as well. And so when two people come together, they are bringing in their own ideas of communicating their discomfort or what they don't approve of, right? So coming to a common ground where sometimes some people have a coping mechanism that if I have a fight, I'm going to cut the phone and talk to you 24 hours later. For the other person, it could be that no, I want to resolve the fight right now, I don't want to like wait for 24 hours, I want to be able to sleep, right? So there's a mismatch in how do people cope and how do people address a conflict or a situation. So maybe having a discussion about coming to a common ground, let's see, this is how I want to deal, and can this is how you want to deal with it, can we come to a common ground and do it together? So understanding this and matching our communication styles and conflict management styles is also a very important step in a relationship.